I'm going to ask you to reflect on something right out of the gate, and I'm going to be pretty direct about it. You probably think you're a really good friend, right? When someone comes to you with their drama, their problems, you take on that tension. You get stressed out right alongside them. You might even lose a night's sleep over their troubles. And you think, hey, this is what true loyalty looks like. But the hard truth we're unpacking in today's explainer is that you aren't actually being a good friend. What you're really doing is trading away your own inner peace for someone who, frankly, isn't going to protect it. So let's dive into this and see what ancient philosophy has to say about handling modern drama.
We all want to be there for the people we care about, obviously. But ask yourself, are you really being a good friend? Or are you just acting like a sponge for other people's chaos? Because there's a massive difference there. Society kind of conditions us to think that loyalty means bleeding when your friend gets cut. Like, if they're panicking, you need to be panicking too. If they're mad at someone, you better be mad as well. We just absorb their drama and their stress, completely losing our own center, all under the disguise of being a supportive person.
It's a huge myth that taking on someone else's stress proves you're a loyal friend. We've all fallen for it at some point, haven't we? But the absolute truth is, you're just sacrificing your inner peace. Absorbing all that chaos, that's not friendship. It's a self-destructive trade. You are literally hollowing yourself out from the inside. And let's be real here. The person dumping their problems on you, they aren't thinking about your mental health in that moment. They're just trying to offload their own. So let's look at section 1, the trap of being a good friend. People are constantly going to come to you and expect you to join their chaos. Even if they don't mean any harm, it's just human nature to pull others into our storms so we feel less alone. They expect you to share that emotional burden. But falling into this trap has some pretty severe consequences for your own clarity and dignity. The ancient Stoics actually had a brilliant way of looking at this dynamic. They talked about a concept we can call false gifts. Basically, a false gift is something we give to others, like our time, our self-respect, or in this case, our peace of mind, that isn't actually a gift at all. It actually becomes a weapon. When you hand over your mental clarity just to appease a friend's drama, you're handing them the exact weapon that destroys your own internal environment. You're just giving away your stability. And you can really see a stark difference in how people handle these situations. Weak individuals, they just give away their peace of mind without a second thought. They jump headfirst into the drama, react emotionally to everything, and literally let someone else's bad day ruin theirs. But strong individuals operate entirely differently. They see their inner peace as a priceless treasure, and they guard it fiercely. They know that handing over control of their emotions to someone else's chaos is basically a quiet surrender of their own power. Which brings us to section 2, the Stoic reality check. We're going to anchor this mindset shift in some incredibly powerful ancient wisdom. The Stoics were absolute masters at understanding exactly what was within their control and what wasn't. And they had zero tolerance for letting external noise disrupt their internal quiet. The great Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius, hit the nail on the head with this profound thought. You have power over your mind, not outside events. I really want you to let that sink in for a second. Someone else's drama, their anger, their bad decisions, those are all outside events. They are not you. So their chaos is absolutely not your burden to carry. Why should someone else's negativity or conflicts dictate the state of your brain? It simply shouldn't. But, this naturally brings up a pretty pivotal question. Does this mean we should just stop helping people? Should we turn our backs on our friends and become completely cold, heartless, and emotionless? Like, if we aren't taking on their stress, are we just ignoring them entirely? No, not at all. Stoicism doesn't teach us to be numb. It teaches us emotional mastery. Think about the difference between modern sympathy and Stoic support. Sympathy, in the toxic sense, usually means carrying a burden that just isn't yours. It's getting down in the mud with them. Stoic support, on the other hand, means listening carefully, being fully present, but absolutely refusing to absorb the chaos. You can care deeply about a person without letting their storm capsize your boat. So how do we actually pull this off? Well, here are your 4 rules of Stoic support. 1. Listen carefully. Be a good friend. Be attentive. 2. Give sound advice. Use your clear head to help them navigate the issue. 3. Do not carry the burden. Once the conversation is over, leave their problem exactly where it belongs, with them. And 4. Refuse mental torture. You really don't need to cry, panic, or lose sleep to prove that you care. Actually, by staying calm and grounded, you're way more capable of helping them than if you were just as panicked as they are. Moving into our final section, guarding your inner peace.
We've established that absorbing drama is destructive, and we've talked about how to support others without breaking yourself. Now we need to look at why setting this specific boundary is probably the most crucial thing you will ever do for your own well-being.
Listen to this carefully, because it's so important. Peace of mind is the only thing in this world that is truly yours. Think about it. Everything else, your possessions, your reputation, your career, even your relationships, they can all be altered or taken away by outside forces. But your internal environment, your mental clarity, no one can touch that unless you willingly hand them the keys. When you let someone's drama ruin your day, you are literally giving away the only thing you truly own. So how do we implement these defenses right now? Step 1, listen to everyone. Keep your ears open and be compassionate. Step 2, stop their drama at the door. Imagine there's a physical threshold that their chaos simply isn't allowed to cross. And step 3, guard your mind like a warrior. A warrior doesn't just let enemies waltz into their fortress, right? Well, your mind is your fortress. You have to be ruthless about what you allow inside. Protect your peace. No matter what happens, no matter how much people might beg for your emotional investment in their chaos, never hand it over. Listen, advise, and care, for sure. But do not let their drama become your internal reality, because it's within a quiet, protected mind that you're going to find your greatest strength. So I'll leave you with this question today. Whose chaos have you been carrying, and are you finally ready to put it down?